you don't know anything about my business, you're in law enforcement, you're the person who, when they do something wrong, you're the last person they want to see. You live a very, very difficult but ultimately very narrow life. I believe, hang on, let me finish it a little bit. Well, it all goes, I think we've got like three or four pages, so I think it all kind of goes together. Hang on just a second. Okay, so this part, I mean, the part at the bottom of 18, it puts in context the part at the top of 19, and this goes directly to Mr. Baldwin's motivation to lie about pulling the trigger of the gun. I'm 63 years old with 6 kids. I can't rely on luck anymore. He's talking about his career and that he can't rely on luck anymore. This goes exactly to his motivation not to tell the truth. Sorry.
Can we approach briefly?
Sure. I don't think this information is that helpful one way or the other, but I'm going to let it in because of the lateness of your redactions. So, because it's 2 o'clock now, and so we're going to go. All right?
I understand your may I just briefly just be heard on that point?
No. All right. Get your redactions in earlier.
Understood, Your Honor.
And that includes 20.
Everything I put on is coming in. Do you understand? That page forward
Yes.
So everything subsequent to?
and that page.
Okay.
No, I know. He hasn't passed. No, we're asking two different questions.
I have no idea. Did you ask for us
Yes.
to come up?
Yes.
I just, okay.
All right, you may be seated. Go ahead.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Spiro.
Good afternoon. You had seen when you were testifying earlier Mr. Baldwin in court today, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And this is the first time that you've seen him since, I believe, since the day that the incident occurred?
Correct.
And of course, you see him here as a defendant in a courtroom wearing a suit jacket. He wasn't dressed like that on the scene, right?
Right.
He was Harlan Rust, and he had his actor costume on, right?
Yes.
And you actually took those clothes and tested them for blood, like you said before, right?
I did.
And he was shaking as you did that, was he not?
He seemed upset as I did that.
And of course, you remember that, right?
Yes.
And the lapel that you've reviewed has refreshed your memory.
Correct.
And you know that he received a phone call from his friend Joel, the director who had been shot, and you used that information to then send officers to the hospital to retrieve the bullet, correct?
I believe we already had deputies at the hospital at that time.
But he told you that and told you that that would be something that he wanted you to do, right?
He indicated it was something he wanted law enforcement to do, but we were already making the necessary, we were already sending a deputy to the hospital to retrieve that.
And he told you that he pulled the gun out, he turned, and he just cocked the gun, right?
He did state that, yes.
He didn't say he pulled the trigger, right?
I don't recall him saying that.
And you never tested the hammer of that gun for DNA, did you?
I do not know the FBI lab's process for processing a firearm for DNA.